This is it. Hi everyone. Hello. Good afternoon, hopefully, when you listen to this, or good morning, or good night. I don't know when you listen to this, but today is a little bit different. It's a little bit different, but before we get to that, I hope you've had a really good week. If you haven't, that's okay. We all get those times. But if you haven't, I hope that the next week is really good for you, and I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, today's a bit different. I was supposed to record this week's episode. You know, I usually record on Fridays, right? And I didn't record anything yesterday, and so it's Saturday, and I'm recording today. Which is weird, because I always record very, very, very late at night. And right now it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not used to that. It's very weird recording and the sun is out, and I'm like, what does this mean? I'm not used to this. And yeah, so it's a new kind of feeling for me. I feel very out of place. You know, I'm usually in the darkness by myself, and this time I'm in the light, still by myself, but in the light, and it's just a totally different feeling and a different surrounding. I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's definitely different. And I'm also praying to God that no one makes hella noise, because there are people doing construction in their houses, and I don't think Rita is gonna make a noise. That's my grand's bird, if you can't remember. She's been very, I don't know if she's sad. I don't know if Rita's just going through something in a minute, okay? If she's having a moment. Because she's just been so quiet. And I'm like, girl, are you okay? Like, the only thing she gets excited about is bread. And that, you know, that's not enough. Like, she doesn't even talk anymore. Like, she, you know, unless if my gran speaks to her and she goes to like where she is, but she's just so quiet, and I'm like, are you okay? Like, I don't know what to do for a bird. Like, I feel so like, I don't know what birds like. I don't, you know, like, dogs are so easy, cats are so easy. I was like, how the fuck do you communicate with a bird? Like, I'm out, I'm in the waters right now, I'm in the depths. I don't know what to do for her. But at least for today, it's kind of a good thing, because it means I could record during the day and she won't be making any noise. I mean, if she does, tough, like, this has to happen, I have to record, it has to get released, I don't have the time. So, but hopefully she doesn't make any noise, and hopefully she starts feeling very better very soon, because I actually miss all the noise. Before, it was like really irritating when she would do it constantly, but now that I've experienced the complete silence, I'm like, please be as loud as you want. Like, I will take that over this silence any day. But yeah, it is what it is. I've had a very interesting week, but I'm also very happy despite all the interestingness that has happened, because I've got to speak to some of my friends today alone. Like, it's Saturday, I spoke to my friend Onka on the phone, and that was really nice. Haven't spoken to him in a while. And then I got to speak to my girls, which was really nice. I was very chilled. So I got to speak to Lisa, got to speak to Didi, got to speak to Tasha, and it's always good when I get to speak with them and have a little conversation. I really miss them. So, you know, appreciate your friends when you live in the same country as them, because it's very sad when you don't and you can go years without seeing each other. But that's fine. But I brought this up because whilst I was talking to them, right, 2 of my friends in that group, Tasha and Lisa, they have Greek heritage, and I've been very interested in Greek mythology for many years, but I never really got into it. This is what I'm talking about. Can you hear that fucking... Oh, these people fixing their house, bro. Leave it alone. But anyways, I'm very interested in Greek mythology. and I never got into it because, you know, life happens and you're like, oh, I'll get to it eventually, and fast forward 6-7 years passes and, like, you know, time just flies by and all of a sudden you haven't done what you said you wanted to do, and that's okay, it happens. But I've been doing nothing recently, so I said, you know what, fuck it, Zoe, now's the time, right? If not now, when? And I've come to the conclusion, yo, Greek mythology is fucked. It's so fucked. Like, I haven't gotten to the Roman mythology because I think they kind of just, and don't quote me on this, no Italians, don't come and fight me, I think they just copied most of what the Greeks did and then just changed a few names or whatever. I don't really know yet, don't at me. So I've been learning about Greek mythology, and listen, if you ever in your life, okay, watched Game of Thrones and you thought that was incestual, bitch, go fucking look at Greek mythology. Everybody be fucking everybody. It can be your brother, it can be your sister, it can be your cousin, it could be your niece, it could be your nephew. They do not care. They are banging everybody. Everyone! And it's like, it's just so, like, mind-boggling. And then I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Let's put the incest aside, okay? Let's just put that aside. Them as individuals, like the Olympians as individuals, savages. Complete and utter savages, right? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is out here with no sin. Like, everybody's done something that's just hella nasty and just unforgivable. And I was just so lost. And there's still so much stuff that I've gone through that I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to come back to this, right? Because it's a bit much. It's a bit crazy. And everyone who's like, oh, Zeus is so cool. Zeus is literally the biggest douchebag to have ever well, maybe not existed because, you know, the gods. But hypothetically, if this motherfucker did exist, he's one of the biggest assholes to have ever roamed the world. I'm so sorry. First of all, him with Hera, right? Which is his wife. Also his sister. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. He wanted to be with her. And she was like, no, boo, I don't want to be with you. You're not my type, right? He fucking chased after her for so long. I think it was like 300 years or something. Do you know how he got with her? Turned himself into a fucking bird, right? Create a storm. Turned himself into a bird, right? Went to like Hera's window or something like that. And she took pity on the bird and held it to her breast, right? To which Zeus transformed into his actual self and then raped her. You tell me that's love, because it's not. And it's just the little things like that. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening? The other story was the Medusa story, which I had known of many years ago, and then I kind of forgot it. I knew something bad had happened to her, like it wasn't her fault for being the way that she was. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember which god it was that she served. I think it was Athena, right? She was like a priestess of Athena, and Poseidon obviously had beef with Athena for winning the city that they had battled over or some shit like that. I don't know. Look, I'm not a historian. I'm just a random bitch who wanted to learn some things, and now I've learned them, and now I'm a bit confused. So I don't know what happened there. He wanted basically revenge, right? So he approached Medusa. I can't remember if that was her real name or if it was a different name, whatever. He approached Medusa, trying to seduce her. She said, nah, B, I'm supposed to be celibate or something like that because Athena is? I can't fucking remember. Don't quote me on this. And And then what does he do? He follows her to Athena's temple. Just fucking rapes her in the temple, right? This pisses off Athena because now she's saying, look, one of my priestesses, which is like, I think Medusa's one of the best or something, like disrespected me and all this different type of shit, even though I think she knew Poseidon did that. So she says, you know what I'm gonna do to you now? I'm gonna turn you into an ugly bitch because you were pretty and I don't like that. So now I'm gonna turn you into an ugly bitch. So she turned her into this monster, right? And she ends up turning her best friend into stone because he tries to like go after her because he saw what Poseidon did, basically. And she turns him into stone. Like, how fucking sad is that? Like, your best friend. And then she like runs away and people try to come after her and kill her and shit, and then she has to turn all these people, you know, into stone because she's just trying to defend herself. Honey Baby was just trying to go and live her life despite the horrible cards that have been dealt for her. She was just trying to go away and not hurt anybody, right? So she turns into a savage. Long story short, Athena thinks that she's like made the situation better because Medusa starts praising her again or some fucking shit. And then she's like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do for you because you're being such a loyal person? I'm gonna give you mercy. And her fucking mercy was sending my brother Perseus to go and kill her so that she wouldn't have to live like a monster anymore. And I was like, well, couldn't you just rather turn her back to the way she fucking was instead of killing her? Like, I don't understand where the mercy was. Look, long story short, bitches. Greek mythology is fucked up. But it's so fucking interesting. And you know what's the weirdest thing? Is I think thus far, the person who I think is fucked up the least, which makes no sense, right? Because I've only just started diving into all this. The person who's fucked up the least is Hades, right? Fucking king of the underworld, which you would think would have been the dirtiest of all of them. Turns out, not really. I mean, he stole some bitch, yeah, cool. Wasn't his fault though, okay? Eros fucking shot him with an arrow and he fell in love with a bitch while he was trying to see what's going on. And then he kidnapped her. Again, did he really make that mistake or was Eros being a prick? That's up to you to decide. All I'm gonna say is, it's fucked. And Zeus is an absolute cunt. Like, he really is. So, that's all I have to say about Greek mythology. The other thing that I want to talk about, right? Because I'm reaching the end of it now. Okay, by next week, I know I would have like finished it. And I've been saying I was going to speak about this for a couple of episodes, okay? Naruto. I started it. I took a break for about a week and a half because I had watched like 170 episodes within the span of like 2.5 to 3 weeks. That's a lot of fucking episodes, bitch. So I needed a break. I made the executive decision. I said, Zoe, chill the fuck out. Take a break, bitch. So I did. And instead I watched a lot of Kitchen Nightmares. Which was fun. But yeah. Listen. I love Naruto. I really do. I fucking love it so much. And there's so many characters I really love. Okay? But the one character that I will beef until I actually see some proper development. Like, it started coming out now, right? Just a little bit within the last couple of episodes that I've been watching. But again, why the fuck did I have to wait 205 episodes for this bitch to start actually making some progress? When everyone else has been out here, like, literally training, doing their thing, achieving stuff, 10 out of 10 medals, you know what I mean? And that bitch is Sakura. Who is this hoe? Who is she? She's so useless. And the whole time, right, in the beginning of all the seasons, because I think the first Naruto, the original, goes up to season 9. So in the beginning of the seasons, she used to chat so much shit about Naruto, right? And about how he's a bit of, you know, like a, not a klutz, not a dumb fuck, but like a bit of a, he's very quick to do things. Like, he doesn't really think them through, right? And she would just always take the piss out of him because she thought, like, Sasuke was the moon, the sun, the stars. Like, he was everything to her. But this bitch, when you really analyze it, had no character development whatsoever. I've never seen this bitch train once in my life, right? She literally did nothing. In all of the missions, everyone was like, oh, protect Sakura. Protect Sakura. Oh, you know, they would just give her all of the petty shit. Like, none of the things that actually you had to fight in. She was always just, like, protecting someone on the sidelines. She was doing absolutely fucking nothing. And it just pissed me off, right? And then I thought, I actually had hope. I actually had fucking hope, right? In the Chunin exams, right? When this bitch was like, you know, she was really shoved into a corner, okay? People were trying to kill Naruto and Sasuke. I completely fucking get it, bitch. Mainly Sasuke, but whatever. When she cut her hair with her little knife, I thought, oh! I said, yes! Finally, this bitch is gonna do something iconic. I said, she's finally gonna be strong. She's gonna be one of those female characters that are just out here kicking ass. And I was looking forward to it. However, nothing came of that. The bitch cut her hair for no goddamn reason. You should have just kept her, ho, because you did no character development after that. Nothing. I thought this was gonna be like a Mulan thing. Because you know when Mulan cut her fucking hair and she went to the army? She saved China, bitch. What the fuck have you done? Nothing. Literally nothing. And this is why it pisses me off even more, because the characters in Naruto, the female characters, are so strong. Like, they're so strong. Like, these bitches are like do or die. And I'm like, yes. It's so nice. And then you get this weak bitch who's paired up with like two of the strongest characters. You know what I mean? The trio could have been so much stronger, and that's why I'm pissed off. There was such an opportunity there to make her so great. And right now she's not. She's changed course. She's going to be a medical ninja now, which I'm actually cool with. I was like, you know what, fine, if you're, you know, can't be a regular ninja because you suck. Let's just be honest. You've got no talent in that regard. You might as well be a medical ninja, right? Because it's actually necessary. Like, people need them. I'm good with that. But still, I haven't seen much from the bitch yet. I have a few times in the last few episodes, but no big character development, and it pisses me off. I want to see some je ne sais quoi. I want to see, you know, I want her to be the creme de la creme. And right now she's not giving me that. And I think you know, by the time it finishes, it's 220 fucking episodes, bitch. That's a lot of time. You could have done something. Anything to do better in that. And you just fucking haven't. You just haven't. And I think we deserve more. I think the originals deserve more. But it's fine. I have a few favorite characters. To be fair, I just bloody love all of them. However, I want a petition because Kakashi, who's one of my main hoes, I love him, is never in any of the episodes. And I don't think that's fair, because I would like to see a little bit more of him, okay? I'm seeing everybody else all the fucking time, right? I ain't seeing Kakashi though. Where's he at? I'm seeing Guy Sensei, and I'm not seeing Kakashi. And that's what I don't understand as well, right? For any Naruto fans who are listening to this, if you know the answer to this question, fucking message me. Sasuke's fucked off now. I'm past that bit, right? Sakura is being trained by the 5th Hokage. Completely understand, right? Naruto's just by himself because the pervy sage left. Like, he's just gone somewhere. He's doing his own thing. So I was like, okay, cool. Why isn't Kakashi Sensei training Naruto? Like, what is... Like, Naruto's not doing anything. Like, no one's actually mentoring him. even though Kakashi Sensei is his sensei. So why isn't Kakashi doing anything for him? But when it was fucking Sasuke, this bitch was out here fucking teaching him all his tricks, pulling out all the cards on the fucking table. So why isn't he doing the same for Naruto? I don't understand. I never see him. I don't see him training Naruto. I don't see nothing, B. And you can't say, oh yeah, but like he gave, you know, Pervy Sage to teach Naruto. But he's not there. So the least you could do is, while the brother's not there, train him. Do something for him. I don't understand. I'm a bit confused. And I'm lost. And I want answers. And I don't have any at this minute. It is what it is. But that's what I've done. And that's all I can say. I'm going to keep learning more Greek mythology. I'm going to keep watching Naruto because I just want to finish it. But at the same time, I don't want to finish it because I know when it finishes, I'm going to be so sad. And I'm just going to be like, maybe we can rewatch some episodes. Like, it's just so heartbreaking. It's like when you read your favorite book and then you finish your book and you're like you get so attached to characters and you realize these people don't exist. Like, they never will. These are literally cartoons. And it just makes me sad. But at the same time, like, you know, at least you get to experience it and whatever. But I think for the overallness, I'm going to be very sad when it finishes. But it's okay. What else have I been doing? Absolutely fucking nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. However, listen, I know I said I knew what hair color I was going to dye my hair next. I think I've changed it. I think I've changed what I was going to do. And I'm going to do something else that I wanted to do, but I was going to do a little bit later down the line. And now I think I'm going to do it not so later down the line. And I'm very excited for that. And I think it'll suit me very well. And it'll be a next chapter in Zoe's hair journey. Because you know I like to dye my hair. And you know what? It's actually healthy-ish. Healthy-ish. Let's not push the fucking boundaries on the healthiness. But it's not that bad. Yeah. Also, if anyone has any topic suggestions that you want me to talk about, especially if it's ones that I get to choose violence on, let me know. Because I love talking about them. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be ordering my podcast equipment, like proper microphones. I'm going to be buying 2 microphones, one for me and then one for whoever I do my episodes with. And I'm really excited about that because then I can actually start talking about like things that I really want to talk about, and I can actually start debating things that I want to debate with my friends, and you know, just shit in general. Like, I'm so excited. It's gonna be very fun, so stick it out with me. I know these episodes have probably been very boring. Just stay a little bit longer. I'm very excited for everything that's gonna be happening ahead. So once I get back into the UK, it's gonna be interesting and it's gonna be really fun and it's just gonna be great. I'm so excited. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave you. Thank you so much. If you want, go fucking read some Greek mythology. It's fucking insane and it's so interesting, but definitely weird. That's all I have to say. I love you guys so much and thank you for listening every week. I really appreciate that. And even if you don't listen every week, regardless, I appreciate it. I think it's really fun. And yeah, I'm very excited for the future. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, I'll speak to you all very soon. Have a good week ahead. And yeah, love you all. Mwah. Goodbye.